Terrorist Israeli settlers have slaughtered yet another American citizen. This time, 18-year-old Nasrallah Abu Siam, who was killed in the West Bank as the other American citizens were. And he's just the latest victim of this deranged culture among these settlers who feel entitled to taking the land in the West Bank, stealing the homes of Palestinians. Now, Cenk, your thoughts before I give you more details about this tragic story.
Yeah, so this is the 10th American killed in Israel with no consequences at all, and our government doesn't even ask for justice. So is our government really our government? So as you hear Anna tell you the stories of how they murdered him, think about how much you would want justice for an American who was killed like this, but you will receive none because Israel is above us, and we have to accept them killing our citizens and having no consequences. Now, if you think I'm exaggerating, go ahead, Anna, give them the facts.
So the Israeli settlers attacked a farming village in Mukmas. This happened on Wednesday. Now, this area has been repeatedly targeted by Israeli settlers who have assaulted residents. They've committed arson, literally lighting people's homes on fire. And they have also built outposts. Now, we have reported over and over again about the Israeli government essentially emboldening these individuals by announcing that they are going to make illegal settlements formally legal for whatever that's worth under the Israeli government's rule. And whenever the IDF soldiers are there, they're not there to protect the Palestinians from terrorist Israeli settlers. They're there to further embolden the settlers as they carry out acts of violence and steal homes. So this attack snowballed into additional conflicts between Palestinians and residents in the area. Residents in the area and the Israeli settlers. And when the Israeli Defense Forces arrived, it only enabled them, right? So the violence didn't settle down or anything like that. Here's what one eyewitness says, quote, "When the settlers saw the army, they were encouraged and started shooting live bullets." He added that they clubbed those injured with sticks after they had fallen to the ground. So in the case of Abu Siam, the 18-year-old American, Palestinian-American who was killed, he was beaten and he was on the ground, and an eyewitness claims that a settler then shot and killed him. Abu Siam's father told the New York Times that his son was in fact born in the United States, however, spent most of his life in the West Bank. And here's what he said to the New York Times, quote, "My heart is on fire, I'm broken, he helped me with everything." The Israeli military stated that the incident was under review, which means that it's not under review, which means that yet another American citizen has been killed by Israelis and there will be no justice whatsoever. This will be yet another instance of a tragic story where an American was victimized, but it'll be memory hold. Trump doesn't care, our government doesn't care. And to be fair to Trump, if you want to consider this fair, there were American citizens who were killed by Israeli settlers under the Biden administration. He couldn't be bothered to deal with it either. So it doesn't matter, Democrat, Republican, we, the American people, really don't have representation in either party when it comes to, I don't know, justice when terrorists rob us of our lives. That's what we're dealing with here. No arrests have been announced, by the way.
Of course not. So why do I say of course not? That's not just a throwaway line. Here, let's show you graphic 6. This was the 9 Americans killed before Abu Siam. Now it's up to 10. In just the last 3 years by Israel. There has been no accountability, no jail time, no arrests for any of them. They can literally murder American citizens and 100% get away with it. Our government doesn't even ask for anything. And you could see all the lack of accountability there. That's from Grok. Jacob Flickinger was killed in April 2024. He was an aid worker and they'd killed and murdered him in an airstrike because he was trying to help Gazans eat. And Israel, that's the only one where any action happened at all. Israel dismissed the officers who murdered him. They were not arrested, of course, no jail time. It's just an American life. It's, and by the way, Flickinger is the only one on that list who isn't a Muslim American. So they're like, okay, a Christian American, we'll give you a little bit. We'll pretend to dismiss that guy and later we'll probably hire him for something else. But the rest of them, now, when people point out that the Israelis get to murder Americans with no consequences, sometimes the only pushback I ever get, Anna, is they'll say, yeah, but they're all Muslims. Wait, is that a thing? Can other countries go, oh yeah, we can murder Hindu Americans, Muslim Americans, Buddhist Americans? I mean, as long as they're not a certain religion, we're allowed to murder them even if they're Americans. Is that a thing? Is that a standard? So
okay, I just want to be clear. They'll kill Christians too, and in fact,
they killed
have killed Christians.
Yeah,
yeah. Like, why? You think you're safe because you're Christian? Are you ridiculous? Like, that's first of all. Even if you think that is true, you're a bad person. Thinking that any group of people deserve slaughter simply because of their religious beliefs or their identity is disgusting, and I reject it in any and all forms. But you're also wrong, okay? If the Middle East was full of Christian majority countries, we would be hearing about how, ooh, those Christian terrorists, they really had it coming. I guarantee it, guarantee it.
Yeah.
How many Christian churches have been bombed by Israel? How many? The one Catholic church in Gaza, bombed by Israel. In the West Bank, in Jerusalem, how many Christians have been persecuted by Israeli terrorists? You think you're safe? Okay. Okay, good luck.
Yeah, so yeah, they did bomb churches, and when I mentioned that in social media, Israel's defenders go, yeah, but it was only a couple of bombs.
They're terrorists, okay? They're terrorists, they're terrorists, they're terrorists. Plain and simple, time to wake up. That's what they are.
And look, on another show, we'll show you videos of settlers who brag about how they're gonna wipe out all the Gentiles from the Middle East because it's their land. So they're not hiding it. The settlers are Jewish supremacists, and they say it out loud all the time. Jews are the chosen people. They deserve all of that land, and anyone who's on that land should be killed, and we should take that land instead. Now that doesn't represent all Jews at all, at all. The settlers are radicals. They're terrorists.
They're extremists.
They're extremists, they're terrorists, and they're supremacists, right? But why are we giving money to these terrorists? It's insane. And then they use the money to murder us. And then we're supposed to bow our heads. And if we don't bow our heads, our media goes, shut up about those Americans. They're irrelevant. But you're an anti-Semite. You're the real problem. Not Israel that murders American citizens, but anyone who criticizes Israel for murdering American citizens. And there's no other country on earth where you can kill 10 Americans in the span of 3 years, let alone 1 American, and there wouldn't be massive consequences. And finally, guys, go to tyt.com/campaigns. We'll put the link below. Those are our different petitions, including the one on Alexandrovich, because he came here for sexual tourism, because now the Israelis laugh at America. They go, we can do anything we want, it's our playground. So he came to rape our children. We let him go back to Israel. And Huckabee is saying, who cares? We're not gonna extradite him. He's an Israeli, he's above Americans. Americans are inferior to the Israelis. And if they wanna rape you, we're going to send them back home. We arrested the guy, he was in prison. All the Americans who were arrested with him are still in prison. He's the only one that was free to go because he's above us, he's an Israeli. That's where we are today. Anyone else telling you otherwise is literally lying. Those are the facts. They can't dispute the facts. That's why they do ad hominem attacks. Those facts are correct, but if you state those facts, then we're gonna try to label you a bigot and end your career. So that's how much control Israel has in this country. Every time you ring the bell below, an angel gets his wings. Totally not true, but it does keep you updated on our live shows.